While the St. Lucia Labour Party SLP government is celebrating all it has accomplished over the last 2 years in office, the opposition United Workers' Party UWP is downgrading its performance. July 26, 2023 marks 2 years since the SLP won by a landslide victory at the 2021 general elections. The UWP wasted no time at its press conference on Wednesday to list some of the shortcomings of the government. Public Relations Officer Leonard Montoute, who again pointed to the growing crime problem, called on the Prime Minister to start from the top of the hierarchy when addressing the matter.
You have fingered Richard Frederick as being involved in crime. Your party has done that. And I ask that if you are genuine, if your party is genuine in the claims that you all were making about Richard Frederick, that you do what you say and you say what you do. You said that your cabinet, I'm not asking you to eat what you see. You said your cabinet will not be comprised of criminals. Give us the assurance that there are no criminals in your cabinet. Has Richard Frederick been exonerated from all the claims and allegations made about him by the St. Lucia Labour Party? If so, let us know how.
Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire has rubbished claims that St. Lucia's visa-free entry status into the United Kingdom may be in jeopardy due to its CIP program following Dominica's suspension. That still did not stop Deputy Leader of the Opposition Guy Joseph from arguing that the government's alleged CIP sale of documents to questionable foreigners may also place the country's status at risk.
You think it's by accident that there's the potential, and I'm not rejoicing over that. I would love for the UK not to put visa restrictions on St. Lucia. There's nothing to celebrate about that for any one of us. Regardless of which government is there, it would be a sad day to see that this becomes a requirement. So we have the worst minister responsible for passports, and then you have the minister responsible for CIP, who, when we warned them about selling our passports to Iranians and Russians, would not listen. Today, all of us are paying the price for it. Every St. Lucian is paying the price. But we know who's making the money from the sale of the CIP. Nobody is accounting for the money.
Meanwhile, Senator Dominic Fede pointed the finger at the government for the increase in the cost of goods on the supermarket shelves.
You go to the supermarket now and you observe people who are shopping and they're really on a budget. You see them picking and choosing, and families now have to decide we're not going to have macaroni today, and we're not going to have cheese, and we will pick breadfruit instead of buying plantain, and all of these things. But Philip J Pierre's solution is that we should eat more green fig and plant more green fig in the crisis. And so I have been so embarrassed when friends from around the Caribbean calls me and say, look, what kind of man do you have as a prime minister, as a minister of finance, when the rest of the Caribbean are doing all kinds of measures to reduce the impact of cost of living?
The UWP also called out the Philip J Pierre administration for allegedly failing to deliver on its promise of completing the St. Jude Hospital over the last year, easing traffic on the highways with its revised road projects, and also for failing to attract cruise ships during the cruise industry's off-season. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.